So we are looking at the HTC Incredible S here. The Incredible S just launched in India, and while we haven't seen the original Incredible come down to India, luckily this one has launched just in time. This is costing rupees 26,500, and let's have a look. So this is pretty much the standard HTC packaging we have been seeing of late. It's a little issue getting this up. We've of course opened the box before. There's a fresh look of the handset straight up, and while we'll come back to the handset, you have your standard manuals pack, and as it seems, okay, so this is the standard accessories pack, the charger, the cable, and the headset. I don't think we need to get really deep into that. Let's straight jump to the handset. So this is a 4-inch super clear LCD. We must say we were really impressed with the quality of this LCD. For review purposes, the brightness has been toned down. You would notice that HTC has refrained from putting too many physical buttons in here. So on the right side there are no buttons at all. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack and the power button. On the left side you have the volume toggle. One single key you press on either sides for plus and minus, and you have the micro USB slot over here. Bottom you just have the mic over here, and the noise cancellation mics back over here, the dual LED flash, and the 8-megapixel camera, and the speaker. So that's pretty much for the build quality of HTC Incredible S. We quite like it. It's a little heavier than the Galaxy S at 135 grams, but this is a strong build. The finishing is pretty good. It's matte finish. It's plastic with matte finish and feels really good in your hand. So let's jump inside this. So yep, that's the Sense UI. This is still running Froyo, by the way, while HTC is rolling out Gingerbread for Incredible S as we are in Italy. We are still waiting for an update here in India. So this is the Sense UI running on a Froyo, and to be honest, we aren't very impressed with the software performance on this device. You will read more on our review at OnlyGizmos. But yeah, the hardware is top notch, and let's have a quick look at this. We have set up our Facebook and Twitter feeds over here. Works pretty well. So that's the HTC Peep, which brings in all your social contacts together. You can make a status update over here and choose where it should go. So that's the Friends widget, Friends stream. You can see the emails as it shows up in stacks. Nothing is very fast on the Sense UI. So while we aren't seeing a lag as such, we know that this isn't the smoothest or the fastest that we have seen. So we don't know if it's just the Sense UI built to be at the speed, or it's a heavy UI for the hardware that we have. So that's something which keeps us a little confused. But Sense UI isn't giving us any trouble as such. No lags, no crashes. It's just that it isn't very fast. Another place where we saw this thing is the Gallery app. We have written about this quite, we've covered it quite deeply in our review on OnlyGizmos, but if we do a quick comparison over here, if we could only find the Gallery app. Gallery. Yep, here it is. Okay, so you would see that scrolling through the photographs isn't really a very fast experience. Just for comparison's sake, we have the Xperia Play over here. You can see it has the standard Android 3D gallery, which lets you navigate pretty much a lot faster actually. And if you have a look at how an iPod Touch 4G performs, you would again see that you can flip through the images very fast. So that's another place where we felt that the performance of the Incredible S isn't up to the mark. Next up, let's have a look at the browser. We have been running some tests on it, and you would see it has a single address bar, so this also acts as your Google search bar, so I could just type in a query and press enter, and it does a Google search like we have seen on Chrome on the desktop. And the second thing, very noticeable upgrade from the stock Android UI is the keyboard. So the keyboard on the HTC is pretty pleasant, and I feel the 4-inch screen gives it good space. So the keyboard is pretty comfortable to use. That's the crux. So we'll have a fresh look at the browser again. One thing I did want to show is the evident lag in pinch to zoom. It isn't accurate by any standards. It works, but it isn't as good as what we have seen in Opera Mini. So if you have a look at Opera Mini, it's much easier to do pinch to zoom, and this thing that you are seeing over here is the Sun Spider JavaScript benchmark. The Opera Mini actually performed pretty well. But the stock browser on HTC IncredibleS wasn't that great, so you'll read more about that, but you know what to expect from IncredibleS. So that's pretty much for our video tour of the HTC IncredibleS. We are still completing our review, and hope to hear from us soon.